Hey fans, this is Bobby Shanks, owner of Shanks Realty Group, and this is this week's installment of Kitchen Talk. And my co-host today,
Donna Mitchell with Gershman Morgan.
Donna Mitchell!
And
Moxie! It's time to fight. Do you see how I did your voice? I'm like, Donna Mitchell. And then I'm like, Moxie.
Yeah, why did you get the big
I don't know.
Little puppy dog.
I don't know.
You got her all
Hey,
excited, too.
hey, check
Oh,
it out.
so big.
Chiefs fan here. Check it out.
Yes, yes.
Okay, so
That's what today is going to be.
that's what we're going to talk about.
Everything Kansas City Chiefs.
All things Kansas City.
Oh, there we go.
Yes.
Oh,
She's so
not a
tired
football
from.
dog. It kind of puts her to sleep. A
Yeah.
lot of people sleep during the football game and snap time, but not right now because it's Super Bowl time.
It is Super Bowl time. Moxie,
Yeah.
are you ready? Are you jacked out of your mind?
Woo!
Okay, so
yes.
Super Bowl snack food.
The
I mean, let's get down to business
most
here.
important part of Super Bowl.
It is the most important
The
part.
Super Bowl snack food. So you have
Even if the Chiefs are playing, it's the most important part.
you have your traditional snacks, right?
Yep.
Chicken wings have to be there.
Yes.
Nachos,
Yes.
Subway sandwiches. But what are the unique things that you like?
Okay, so.
I have a super favorite,
Oh,
and it's okay. So like I
let's do it.
typically eat fairly healthy.
Yeah,
Right?
you do. Yeah,
Oh my
you're a
God.
great eater.
Okay, my favorite, and this is so bad. It's the little sausages. What are those called?
Oh my gosh, the little bacon wrapped Vienna sausages
Yes! No,
and the
wait.
barbecue sauce that's molten like lava.
No, not barbecue sauce. It's even worse. You do them on a pan, right? You take the little sausages, you wrap them in bacon, and then you put brown sugar over
Oh,
it.
well, of course, that's the answer.
And then you bake it, and the brown sugar gets in the bacon grease, and it
Yeah.
makes it all like caramely, and it's so greasy.
Sorry, I don't mean to like hold your hand.
It's easy, but it's so amazing. Like I hate to say it, that's one of my favorites.
Okay,
Yes. All right, you go.
I'm going to take two great topics.
Yes.
Taylor Swift inspired snacks for the Super
my
Bowl.
goodness. Is that really a thing? Is
I
she
just
like-
made it up.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Taylor Swift.
Taylor
inspired-
Swift inspired Super Bowl snacks.
She has become quite.
That's unbelievable.
Yeah, she's got quite a presence with the football stuff. Okay, I'm since you went there and I didn't know we were.
Okay.
What's your take on it? Do you care?
So
Do you wanna
I'm
offend
gonna
any
look.
of the
I'm not gonna
Swifties out
offend
there?
anybody.
Don't
I
offend
like
any
Taylor
Swifties.
Swift.
Okay. Yeah.
Like, she does not have a bad song as far as I'm concerned. I love all of her songs from beginning to end.
Yeah.
And I know I don't really look like a Swiftie, but I like Taylor Swift a
And
lot.
you have a teenage daughter, so you hear the
And
Swift
she
songs.
doesn't.
Oh my God.
She
Okay.
doesn't like
She's
Taylor
not a
Swift.
Swiftie. You know,
So
yeah. I like her music. Like,
I
it's
like what
not-
she's done.
How do you not respect her as a business person? I mean, she's a billionaire. She has made some really good decisions. She puts on an amazing show.
Yeah.
She has a following like no other, right?
Well, I'm assuming she's the most followed human on earth.
She is bigger than anything
Pretty safe bet.
we have really seen in music. I mean,
So
right?
I look at it from a business standpoint. I like the idea of, I have a successful business, you have a successful business, and if we put our businesses together for the purposes of social media, the news, and just all things that celebrities do,
Mhm.
gosh dang, they're
I don't
the
think
most
she's-
powerful duo on the internet.
They're definitely powerful.
Yeah.
I don't think on her side this is a business ploy.
Oh, definitely not. She has
think-
enough money.
It's true. I really think she's just.
Oh, I think it happened organically. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah. I don't think this was like her, the path. But
Yeah.
I think honestly, I think she's just a girlfriend supporting her boyfriend to go into the football.
100%.
I really do. Like,
And I
she's-
think that's part of the
that
sale.
is what makes it amazing.
Yeah.
It is.
So,
Okay, so how did you get Taylor Swift inspired snacks though?
okay. So I
What was
started.
the tie there?
Okay.
Yes.
This is going to sound
I don't know. what
quirky
she likes. Yeah.
coming from me.
Something quirky?
Yeah,
Coming from you?
I
don't even
know.
Okay, do tell.
I'm so predictable. I have been to many Super Bowl parties. I don't know how many in my life, but probably from the time I was a teenager until now. So many, many dozens.
Okay.
But I tend to grade a Super Bowl party based upon the best dip present.
Oh.
So when I'm at home that night at like 11 p.m. and my belly's sticking out to here, and I'm sitting there thinking, oh yeah,
that bacon cheddar dip.
The bacon cheddar dip over at the Mims house was amazing, So I think, now will I sit there and eat on it nonstop? No, because I want to get something that's a little better. But man, the dips that come into play at Super Bowl parties. We need a Taylor Swift dip. Swift dip. We need a Swift dip.
And you tied it all together.
Swift dip.
Chip, Frito, potato chip, tortilla chip, or Frito for your dip, or cracker.
Okay. Now you're really getting down to business.
Well, okay, so I don't really care for corn chips, so I'm not a Frito person at all. Tortilla chips, I like them if they're flour. Again, I don't like them if they're corn. So yeah, like I kind of like dip on a cracker.
So Ruffles are my favorite potato chip.
Oh, they're so good.
But you can't scoop much with a Ruffle, especially not a heavy, like dense dip.
Breaks.
So I like
little half chips in the dip, and nobody likes that.
So I like the big Fritos, like the big one.
Yeah, the scoops.
For scoop, yep.
Scoops, yeah.
And I like the restaurant style, that thick corn chip, like it's really thick and
Cantina one.
Yes,
right?
yeah. So that's my.
Those are your dippers.
Yeah. All right. How about a prediction? Chiefs versus whatever that other team is. I don't even remember.
It's the 49ers.
Oh.
So it's pretty similar colors, right? They're both red and I guess, okay, so I feel like Chiefs colors are kind of like ketchup and mustard. Like they're the McDonald's of the thing.
A little bit.
Right? Right? It's the red and the yellow.
Oh, but who, okay.
But 49ers are the red and gold. Theirs is more of a deeper tone gold. So.
And who's home team? Do you know?
It's Super Bowl. So it's
I'm trying to figure out what color the Chiefs are going to wear. Are they going to wear red or why?
Oh, I don't know who wears what color.
Yeah. So prediction.
Okay. What are you going to say?
So I was actually having conversation with someone else on this. So they're going to be white. I like their red jerseys better. White? I think so. I could have it backwards.
I thought home was white. We're not really sports people. We don't know.
No, I don't remember off the top of my head.
Is it? Okay. All right.
So
either way.
The Chiefs and the Raiders have had a rivalry for decades.
Okay.
And the Chiefs are playing at the home of the Raiders against the 49ers.
Okay.
And I'm just saying, like, I'm not putting bad juju out to the universe, okay? I don't want it to go down like that. But I'm just saying the Chiefs playing in the stadium for the Super Bowl of one of their
rivals,
arch nemesis, probably doesn't play a role at that level of competition. I get it.
It would be super fun to win there, though, to win the Super Bowl.
They're going to win. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to make that
I'm sorry.
dispute.
Okay, Chiefs.
But I'm just saying that
Chiefs winning.
I don't see how they can't win. I really don't.
We'll find out in a couple of minutes.
I mean, Mahomes, Kelsey. Oh, don't even get me started on the Baltimore Ravens. Oh, my gosh.
Okay, so a lot of people
that was like watching I'm not even going to say it.
A lot of people said Baltimore lost the game more than the Chiefs actually won it.
I agree with that.
So, I mean,
they're a young team. They acted like a bunch of children. Yeah. So kudos to that young team for making it that far.
You've been there before. Act like you've been there before, right?
Yes.
The last 5
years. Yeah. Like when what's his name pushed the Chiefs player down and then snapped the ball, and he got a 15-yard penalty for taunting. It's not even a personal foul, and I'm like, Okay, you just ran for 5 seconds. Good job. You get paid millions of dollars to do that. Why are you celebrating in the middle of the field? You're losing.
Yeah.
Anyways, that kind of stuff rubs me a little bit.
Okay.
Poor showmanship.
Yeah.
Hey, look,
Yeah.
I don't mind you showing off, but
be respectful.
show off, have something to show off for. That was just a play.
Yeah, no, that's true too. Okay, I'm gonna ask this too, because Super Bowl is about food, commercials, and then there's a football game. But okay, what are your favorite commercials? Are you the funny commercial guy? Are you because you're such a sap? Are you like the emotional, like, oh my god, that was really cry with the puppy dogs?
I'm gonna cover my eyes right now just so I don't start crying.
Okay, oh my gosh.
I am telling you right now, the Budweiser commercial with the Clydesdales, leaving St. Louis. Oh, look at that. See it?
Goosebumps, yeah.
Leaving St. Louis and arriving across Hudson Bay from the Trade Center after the 9/11, and then the Clydesdales actually knelt. Oh my God! If you were an American, I hope you stood up and crushed your heart.
That was it.
Oh my gosh, that is the greatest that's not only the greatest commercial of all time. We can debate that, but as far as Super Bowl commercials, it's the greatest of all time. Yeah. It's the GOAT. It can never be defeated.
They were saying that there was a Clydesdale born yesterday.
Oh yeah,
like 2 days ago or something. All right, I don't know if you heard it, so I was going to have you guess. But guess the weight.
Oh,
newborn Clydesdale. Guess the weight. Guess faster.
168.
150.
Oh, I was close.
I was like, oh my goodness, that is like I have a 150-pound baby.
I'm a bow hunter, so
yeah,
I kind of know the size of the animal.
All right, that made more sense to you because I was like, oh my goodness, like that just seemed like really big to me. So, all right, so how
about you?
What?
Greatest Super Bowl commercial?
I like the funny ones.
I do like the funny ones.
I love. Okay, so just thinking back, and I don't even remember what year it was, but the baby who's like the baby and the businessman, right? And he's like in the diaper, and he's all like. He's giving advice. Was it's one of the financial ones. Is it E-Trade or E-Trade?
It's ringing a bell. Yeah,
E-Trade, something like. Oh my god, his stuff was so funny, like just so funny, so silly, And then he'd be saying something serious, like because it was something. I want to say it might have been E-Trade. I think it was E-Trade, whatever it was. And then he'd be like, "Hey, I think it's time to change my diaper," right? Like and you're just like, "Oh my goodness!" Like they were just silly. I like the silly ones.
I do like. Well, I like all of them.
Yeah. You know who the main players are. There's always a couple of beer ones.
Yeah.
Doritos for sure. Who else is going to be big this year? Who's throwing advertising money at it?
I wonder.
Yeah.
If Apple, because they just released the Vision Pro, and it is being said that the Vision Pro is going to change the world the way that the iPhone did.
Interesting.
And
we shall see.
I believe it.
We shall see.
I believe that there will come a day, probably even in my kid's life, when you walk through a house, that television's going to look like a flat screen that your grandma had. Because everybody's going to have glasses.
Yeah.
And goggles and stuff. Okay, well that digressed.
All right.
Hold on. Okay, Super Bowl.
Something else you want to throw out before we
wrap
up?
Yeah. There was
what is it?
Oh, so about the commercials.
Yes.
Do you remember? Oh, okay, $5 for whoever remembers the year.
Oh no.
The year that Apple.
Yeah.
And if I'm not mistaken, it was their first Super Bowl appearance.
Okay.
And this was the one with the tall, athletic, blonde woman running down the dome, like where all of the spectators were, and she spun the hammer around and up at the screen, and it was meant to basically it was meant to symbolize the Cold War. Okay. And quite specifically, because it came out in the 80s, it was meant to, it rung, right, it resonated with people because of the Cold War, but it was meant to more or less show America like as the center of the Allies and the big
I do
screen.
not remember
Oh, I
that
can't
one, but
believe
now
you
I
don't
need to
remember
Google
this.
it. Now I need to Google
Yeah,
it.
Google it. Anyways,
Okay.
basically, it was like overthrowing Marxism and Nazism and socialism to make way for the new democracy, which is personal computers. Okay.
All right, we got.
Moving on. Chiefs
Yes, Chiefs.
and whoever the other team is.
49ers. Comment below what your favorite Super Bowl snack is.
Super Bowl
Especially
snack.
if you have something fun and unique. I would love to see what it is. So, and I might even ask for the recipe if it sounds like really tasty, right?
Yeah.
So put that on there, and we'll see you next week. Watch the game. I'm sure everybody will. Watch the commercials, and we'll talk about what the favorite commercials are afterwards.
Say bye.
Bye.
Bye.